What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be covering Patriot, the newest champion added to Marvel Contest of Champions. So, all of the gameplay that you will see is from a 7-star rank 2 Sig 20, except for the last clip that is with a 7-star rank 2 Sig 200. But I wanted to get him to Sig 200 so I could talk about the kit a little bit, show off the signature ability, how he works, what his loop is, the whole 9 yards. So Patriot, from my initial testing, is going to be a very potent attacker. He's very strong with utility and consistent damage output, and he's the best counter to. I was gonna say second best counter, but I think he is the best counter to Photon just because of how all of his abilities mesh together and how he can block unblockable specials from Science Champions. He reduces the attack rating of Science Champions with Fury passives while blocking, so he's just made to counter Photon. Makes sense. It's a DLL champion. He wants to counter his other child. You know, there's some commotion between the children, so that's an interesting little tidbit there. Both made by the same designer. But anyway, Patriot's signature ability to act is to be committed. So he doesn't need this, but if you want him to have all of the potential utility in the entirety of his kit, you want the signature ability at least once. You don't need Sig 200, but you definitely want at least Sig 20. So personal precision passives gain 40% increased potency. We'll talk about those in a second. And then each debuff on Patriot grants 450 block proficiency. And against Science Champions, his block proficiency cannot be reduced below where this ability would set it. So right away, he's getting around all of the shenanigans that Photon would have to endure. You would have to endure from Photon. All of the block damage, the unblockable stuff because of the steadfast down here. Against non-mutant champions, Patriot gains an indefinite steadfast passive while suffering from at least 10 non-damaging debuffs. Against science champions, this threshold is reduced to 3, and you're going to see it's very easy to maintain 3 or more debuffs on you against most characters, any character really. And that 10 threshold, that can be a little tricky sometimes because of what his loop requires, but for the most part, if you need it, you have access to it, so it is something to consider. I don't want to go over the entirety of his kit, I just want to show off the gameplay, but to understand why he's doing the things he will do in this showcase, each debuff on Patriot grants him attack rating, so you're going to see he inflicts these debuffs on himself, and that's how he gains his attack rating. And he reduces the inequity mastery by 76%. So you're not going to have to worry about him suffering from all of these debuffs on himself, kind of like how Kingpin can suffer a little bit from the inequity mastery against opposing opponents. He reduces that by a substantial amount. So you're not really going to have to worry about inequity coming in and ruining your day. Let me just get to the meat and potatoes of the loop here. So he has this reversal passive, or passive, whatever. It's a reversal ability, and while you're at 7 resolve debuffs, you gain those debuffs by reaching 10 hits in your combo meter. Those are the debuffs that I was talking about that you inflict on yourself. When you charge a heavy attack as an attacker, if the opponent attacks into your heavy, you will do a reversal, which deals no damage, but it knocks them back, and this is the key to your whole loop. The reversal is how you gain your Fury passive. It's how you can pause your Fury passive and precisions after activating a special attack. It's the core to his loop. So you're going to see that the Patriot rotation is special 1 when your combo is when the tens place is above a multiple of 5. Special 1 when your tens place multiple is above 5. And then special 2 after a reversal, and most opponents are going to be pretty much dead. So let's just go to the gameplay. I actually have to move and get to the gameplay. So here we go. We're going against the Drax on the beta map here. This is 280,000 health that going against up with Patriot. This is 7-star rank 2 Sig 20, just so you know, and that is a 6-star unawakened Black Panther relic. You're going to see here that his light attack combo actually gives him an additional hit, as well as light attacks into the opponent's block will grant 1 hit in the combo meter. So he's kind of Valk-esque with that combo ability. Throwing the special 1 here above a multiple of 5 in the 10th place of my combo meter, so I get 2 of the physical vulnerabilities. You ideally want to do that because the more multiples of 10 you pass from your special 1, the more physical vulnerabilities you place on the opponent. We go for the reversal here. We get the pause on our Big Fury. We reversal, and then we immediately dash in and throw our special 2, which is unblockable. And there's Drax down in about 45 seconds, I believe. I don't exactly remember. 44 seconds for that Drax. One thing I do want to show in this showcase here, you're going to see this fight later on, but the reversal is not always consistent. This is not a con of Patriot. This is just something that can happen with uncooperative AI. You're going to see that I'm setting up for a special 2 reversal here, baiting Sentry's special 1, or I don't even bait a special. I just hold my heavy, and he does nothing. So then I bait a special 2, I hit him 1 time, and he does nothing. So while that's rare, it's something that might happen. So you want to set yourself up to where the opponent is willing to dash in at you while you're charging heavy so you can land your reversal properly. Because that, while rare, is still possible. So you want to try and avoid that while setting yourself up to not have a special attack to worry about, like I kind of risked in that first clip. So that is just something to keep in mind. But we're going for the Sentry matchup here, now successfully completing it, gaining the precision passive from the special 1, as well as those physical vulnerabilities from crossing the threshold of 10 more than 2 times, or more than 1 time. We get 1 per threshold we cross, so we crossed it twice, we get 2. Dashing in, tossing our special 2 after the reversal, and now we have that Big Fury and those big precisions being paused. The ruptures are okay. The ruptures are not the star of the show. They're just nice to have a good bit of physical damage to toss on top of the already very solid base damage he's dealing from his basic hits and his specials with the Fury and precision from the reversal. One last clip here, I want to show off Patriot in longer fights. So I didn't show this off in the ability rotation because I wanted to jump into the gameplay, but if you go for a special 3 with Patriot, it removes 1 cost reversal, 1 resolve debuff for the reversal cost. So typically you consume, I believe it's 10, or I believe it's 7 for a reversal. So if you throw the special 3 times, which is the max amount of times you can throw it for this reduction cost, your reversal only costs 4 instead of 7, which is great. It makes it so with 10 debuffs you can actually do 2 reversals basically back to back. We're going for a heavy charge here, right into the reversal, right into the special 2. Pretty solid. This is a 10 million health Captain America, so the damage is not incredible for long fights. He's much more of a short to medium fight blitz attacker. But long fights, you know, this is maybe not his ideal environment, but he can work. The Fury is nice. You are dealing some very significant damage on those medium and light attacks, and the specials as well when they crit from the precision passives. Dash in here. There's the pause. Look at that. I mean, that was a 160k special too, probably. So very decent numbers for long form content. Maybe not the absolute best for top tier Everest content, but for stuff like Winter of Woe, Spring of Sorrow, where there's health pools in the millions, or maybe some special Everest content where health pools are around 1, 1.5, something like that. Patriot's going to be great. I also think he'll be a great quester. For short content, obviously, he's going to be fantastic. For, you know, War and Battlegrounds, he's going to be a great attacker. But I think he's diverse enough because of how accessible his damage is, and you can't really reduce the damage or limit it. It's very easy to access. He's not a difficult character to play. He's quite simple once you learn the reversal. I think he's great. I think he's a solid character overall. So, Patriot, I give him like a A+. He's maybe not A+, maybe an A. I think he's a solid character, very consistent at everything he does. He hasn't necessarily wowed me because in recent times, most attackers are pretty solid in Battlegrounds, so for us to see another solid Battlegrounds attacker, it's not the most shocking thing in the world, but it's nice to see a skill champion completely shut Photon down. It's very rewarding to see that, you know, for all of her abilities to essentially be useless against Patriot, because you just benefit from essentially all of them. So I think he's solid. I think he will absolutely have a place in the meta of the game currently. I think you'll see him in a lot of Battlegrounds decks. I guarantee people are going to pick up that 6-star, take him to rank 5, ascend him, Sig 200, and we're going to see some nasty stuff with Patriot. On defense, you do have to worry about the reversal, but as long as you're not taking hits on the block, building his combo, because he can build his combo from light attacks that you parry or light attack hits that you block, he does build his combo. So as long as you don't get hit by Patriot, he's not a very threatening defender. So you don't have to worry about that aspect of him. But in any case, if you guys did enjoy this Patriot showcase, leave me a comment down below. What do you think about Patriot? I'd love to hear your thoughts about him. And, of course, if you liked the video, I hope that you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps me out, helps the channel grow, and it helps more people get access to videos like this that could potentially help them with rank-up decisions, buying an offer, anything like that. So, in any case, much love, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.